Hey, church family and other missionaries out there, this is Trevor Owen with another Mission Minute devotional thought for you. And today I want to talk about how the things in life that we're connected to both bring us joy and pleasure and fun and also pain and difficulty. You know, when I was in my early 20s, I went to Nepal on my first short-term mission trip for a couple months, and when I wanted to come back, I wanted to buy some kind of cool souvenirs, for my family and myself to remember the trip by. And so being a 20-some-year-old boy, I bought a couple of these gherkin knives, which are a traditional Nepali army knife, and they're used for clearing brush and fighting, whatever. I gave one to my brother and I gave one to myself, and it reminded me, right, of that trip and the connection to my brother and all these beautiful things. Well, shortly after I came back, my brother and I went backpacking. And we got to this one part in the trail and a small tree had fallen down, and of course we had to clear the trail. So we busted out our gherkin knives and we started hacking through the tree kind of like an axe or something. Well, it skipped off, chunk, right into my knee, beneath my kneecap. And I looked down at the slit in my pants. I was like, oh no, I cut my pants. And I looked through and I saw blood and I was like, whoa, and I'm bleeding. Rolled up my pant leg and whoa, I'm really bleeding. It was a pretty good chunk. Little super glue and some butterfly strips later, we kept going and everything was fine, though I to this day have kind of a fun scar there. But this thing that I was connected to and loved bit me. Isn't that kind of the way pretty much happens with anything we love? I mean, the more connected we are to something, the more we value it, the more we care, the more potential that thing can hurt us, whether because it's taken away or because it disappoints us or it turns on us. I mean, for those of you who are married, you certainly know this, right? The person that has brought you the most joy and connection and love is also the one who has probably caused you the most pain. That is a reality of loving and being connected. The question is, what do we do with things when they hurt us? I think we can get a good example of what to do with that by looking at Jesus. I mean, he was really close friends with Mary and Martha and Lazarus. And he gets word that Lazarus is sick and he knows he's going to die. And he goes to that, to his funeral, to the tomb. And it says as he's approaching, Mary and Martha run out and say, Master, if only you'd been here, I know you could have healed our brother and he wouldn't be dead. And Jesus weeps. He doesn't say, oh no, calm down, everything's going to be fine, you don't understand. Or God has a bigger plan, it's all going to work out okay. He doesn't say, oh, I never really liked him that much anyway. Now in the midst of it, he weeps. He grieves because of the connection. And I think that's something that we need to understand in our world. I mean, we are so often told you just need to, get rid of anything painful or difficult or make everything safe and control it or protect yourself and guard yourself. Don't trust. Don't be vulnerable. And what happens when we do that is we break connection. We stop loving. And really what we need to do when things hurt is grieve. We need to say, that hurt. And I'm crying and I am sad, but I'm here. Because that way of moving through things is so much better than shutting off our hearts and not trusting and not connecting anymore, or getting bitter and angry and destroying the memory. I mean, I could have thrown this knife into the bush and walked away, or put down the knife and said, I'll never touch another one again. But instead, I still use it, have it around to remind me of, the good memories and the hard. I think there's a place for that in our world. I mean, right now there's a lot of things shaken, a lot of things that we love that have been turned aside, taken away. Maybe it betrayed us. Can we just grieve it? Can we just say, yeah, that's sad? And then move forward in connection and love. Life isn't safe, but it is beautiful. And it is good. Wherever you're at, stay on mission. Keep loving. Keep connecting. Keep grieving. I'll see you around. God bless.